Byung-chan blocked the swarming zombies, providing Jaek with a chance to escape. Jaek didn't hesitate and immediately left the place. Meanwhile, Byung-chan had also turned into a member of the zombie horde. In the school radio room, the sun had just risen and Chonsan looked anxiously out of the window, but there was no sign of the rescue team coming. Meanwhile, the people in the female restroom decided to relocate to the second floor because Hari's brother was there. In the broadcast room, the group didn't make any rash moves as they had too little information. They understood that they needed to grasp the situation outside before deciding their next course of action. On the rooftop, Eun-ji was having an argument with Chul-soo. Chul-soo forgot to mention something yesterday. Gwi-nam had set Eun-ji's video to be published at a scheduled time, and if she didn't give him the money on time, he would release the video online at 9 o'clock this morning. Eun-ji deeply regretted not dying yesterday because now her death would be meaningless, and the video would still be released. The only way to salvage her last shred of dignity was to find Gwi-nam's phone before 9 a.m. Eun-ji went downstairs to find Gwi-nam's phone, but Chul-soo, fearing for his life, stayed on the rooftop. In the school's broadcasting room, Chonsan and Soo-hyuk are about to go to the faculty office to look for their mobile phones, so they can only know what's going on outside if they get their phones. Eun-ji, who had just come down from the rooftop, appeared in front of the school's faculty office. The result is... outside the principal's office, the principal woke up Gwi-nam and gave him the car keys to bring the car. Gwi-nam refused to go and was very arrogant. The headmaster was about to teach Gwi-nam a lesson, but Gwi-nam taught him a lesson in return. Anjo's father, Soju, and the congressman were together on the other side, and they had already contacted headquarters for a helicopter to pick them up. They were in the corridor, preparing to block the zombies and buy time for the congressman. However, the door leading to the rooftop was locked, leaving them no choice but to send their team members to open it. Soju bravely held off the zombies alone, until the door was finally opened and the congressman was able to make it to the rooftop. At the school, Chonsan is running away from the zombies. And in a panic, Chonsan breaks into the headmaster's office, only to be shocked by the scene in front of him. The headmaster is kidnapped by Gwi-nam. Chonsan takes out his mobile phone to film the incident and advises Gwi-nam to be more peaceful, but Gwi-nam doesn't care and kills the headmaster in front of Chonsan. Chonsan didn't expect Gwi-nam to be so cruel. Gwi-nam came to Chonsan and asked him to hand over his mobile phone. Chonsan refused and ran away. Gwi-nam chased after him and threw the knife at Chonsan. With a poof, Aoyama was stabbed in the back. Meanwhile, Hari fought against the zombies in the hallway, searching for his younger brother. While all this happened, the broadcast room remained peaceful. They saw a helicopter flying by, but it didn't come to rescue them. They realized they could only rely on themselves to face the severe challenge. Soju's side finally waited for the helicopter, and the city below was in ruins, making everyone feel heavy-hearted. The government took the situation seriously and issued 2 orders: to contain the virus in Shaoshan City and to rescue the uninfected population. On the school side, Soo-hyuk returns to the broadcasting room alone. He's very sorry for not bringing Chonsan back. Meanwhile, Chonsan was desperately trying to escape, being chased not only by zombies but also by the terrifying Gwi-nam. Gwi-nam threw his knife at Chonsan, but fortunately, it hit the handle, not the blade. Chonsan escaped to the library. There are survivors here. However, His attempt to climb the bookshelf resulted in him being pushed to the ground by another student. The next moment, he got what he deserved. The student on the bookshelf was instantly drowned in the zombie horde. Gwi-nam finally captured Chongsan, intending to kill him. In the nick of time, Chongsan smashes Gwi-nam with his mobile phone, instantly destroying one of Gwi-nam's eyes, and then pushes Gwi-nam into the zombie horde. Chongsan looked at Gwi-nam. Gwi-nam repeats the phrase "I'm going to kill you" and is drowned by the zombies. Chongsan continues to run for his life. The bookshelf is pushed over by the zombies and floods Chongsan, but the zombies soon find him. Chongsan continued to flee and managed to escape the library, only to find that there were still many zombies outside. Fortunately, Hari appeared just in time to help Chongsan by eliminating a zombie, but Chongsan was unaware that he had received assistance. Hari and the others didn't realize there was another survivor. The four of them reached the school clinic, where they found a computer. Meanwhile, Chongsan, having escaped from the zombies, quickly checked his phone, hoping to call for help. However, to his surprise, the government had cut off all communication and internet in Shaoshan City to prevent panic among the population. Chongsan's phone cannot get through, and Hari's network is also not connecting. Mi-jin also tried the landline but couldn't get a connection. Anzhou was not going to sit around and try to find a drone up there. Junyang is an expert in this field, so after discussing the plan, Junyang and Anzhou set off together. In the city, Jaek and his men were wandering around, aiming to get Byanchan's computer, which contained the solution to the crisis. But there's still a long way to go to Shaoshan High School, so I'm sure I can't do it on two legs. They decided to find a car, but they ended up taking refuge in Chongsan's family's fried chicken shop, where they encountered another zombie Chongsan's classmate. Before Hyenju escapes from the lab, Hisu goes to the school nurse for help because she's about to give birth. However, when she arrived, she saw Hyenju being taken into the clinic. Hisu silently left the school and found a place to give birth to the baby. Later, Hisu was infected by a zombie, so she left the baby here and ties herself to the door. Jaek and his men didn't know about Hisu's situation and were shocked to see the baby. Luckily, the baby is still alive. In the lab, Junyang and Anzhou were busy assembling the drone and didn't notice the little white mouse at their feet. Little did they know that the solution to the disaster lay in that room. They packed up their equipment and returned to the radio room. Junyang quickly assembled the drone, and they agreed to find Chongsan first before seeking help outside. The quartet over at the school nurse's office rested for a while and decided to go to the training ground, as Hari was running low on arrows and had to replenish them. After discussing their strategy, they jumped from the second floor directly to the ground. Just as the drone arrived, the drone and the group passed each other by. Junyang continued controlling the drone to search for Chongsan and soon found him in the music room. Unfortunately, the drone lacked voice communication to contact Chongsan. Now that they had located Chongsan, they wanted to check the situation outside. As the drone reached the school gate, a female student burst into tears as her father's car was parked there, and her parents had already turned into zombies. A sense of grief spread throughout the broadcast room. At that moment, the drone got hit by zombies and crashed. On the other side, Soju and the congressman reached the safe zone. The counselor wanted to ask where the command post was, but the military had taken over and didn't give her any face. They asked her to undergo a medical examination first. Due to the large number of people being checked, they were placed in a rudimentary house. This was already the highest treatment, as others were forced to sleep on the floor outside. Soju asked them to go to Hyosan High School, where there are many students, but the military had already sent everyone out, and there were no extra personnel available. Meanwhile, Gwi-nam woke up in the library.